Hello everybody, SlimKirby here. Welcome back to more of the Spyro the Dragon playthrough as part of the Spyro Reignited trilogy. This could potentially be the last main episode of the project. There will be one extra video. Yeah, I just came back from the Gnorc Cove. And as you can see, this is actually opened up now, so we can actually continue properly. Before we do, let me re-heal, because I did take some damage in that last world. And yep, we even have a nice chest waiting for us as well. Get some nice gems. Still need a couple more, though, before we get all the gems in here, because there's 200. But as I said before, there's also a dragon that won't actually appear until we actually, you know, beat the game proper. Let's go ahead and go to Twilight Harbor, the next stage of the Gnorc Nexus. And, well, I don't want to say, like, the last normal level of the game, as there is something else to talk about later, but, Twilight Harbor is a pretty cool stage to kind of end kind of the main journey on. You'll actually do a lot of different things in this level and use a lot of different mechanics that you've used throughout the game, which is kind of cool. But the main thing you gotta look out for are those guys with those, I don't know, they look like grape juice shooters almost. So yeah, they can be pretty dangerous, so just be careful with them. Not sure what the hell that guy's doing. I guess he's just like, just playing with explosives, which is never a good idea. I don't care where you're from, it's not a good idea. So don't do it. Okay, just making sure we're not missing anything along the way. Which we almost did, so I'm glad I went back for that. And yeah, just 400 gems and 2 dragons, much like the previous stage, so yeah, they at least keep it like short and sweet and simple, which is nice. Now, that's the thing, these levels aren't even like really that big, and because they're linear, like, you can't really miss too much along the way, plus you do have the Sparks radar as well, so even if you are missing something, you can pretty easily find it and backtrack to it if you need to. Yeah, dang these grape juice shooter guys are pretty lethal. So here we have a chest that we need fireworks or some kind of advanced technique to destroy. And we have another dragon. We got Cosmos back.
Thank you for rescuing me.
I believe he was a magic crafter dragon, if I remember correctly. Okay. Ah. Yeah, don't you spray that grape juice at me. I ain't some fool that can just get grape juiced. I don't know. I didn't know where I was going to take that statement, to be honest. Okay. Seriously, dude, you need to watch those explosives. One day you're gonna blow yourself away. Oh, and here's the other dragon, so yeah, we're already kind of at the end of the stage, which is kind of funny. This stage is a lot shorter than I remember, but I think the challenge of this stage is finding all the extra stuff. Because, yeah, as you notice, there is a supercharge section here. Let me grab this checkpoint first, though. Cletus!
Be on the lookout for Gnorc Commandos, Spyro.
They better be on the lookout for me.
Oh, Spyro, you and that confidence. But yeah, I believe Cletus was from the Beast Makers. So we just need to see a Peacekeeper's Dragon and then we're good. So yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to use the supercharge to get that. Now this is where this gets interesting because there's gems up there on that smokestack. So what you need to do is you kind of need to figure out like how you're supposed to get up there. And this is something I admittedly looked up in my first playthrough because I did not notice this. But notice how there's a crank here. That's right, there's a bridge lever. So naturally, you need to use this ramp to get up here. That's how you get all the stuff on the smokestack too. Because I did not see that. Like when I was going through normally, it's like I just did not notice that lever, so it was kind of tricky to find. That's the thing, like, when it comes to finding stuff, like, it's always the incredibly hidden stuff that I can find easily. It's the obvious stuff that I end up missing. Because that's just the way it is for me, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that section. Let's go in here where we're going to get shot at again. Ouch. Looks like I have, like, different brands of these weapons too. Like there's one that fires like a line. There's other that's kind of like a turret that just fires non-stop shots in one direction. Really bringing out all the stops and all the different weapons for this part. Yeah, it's funny, like, we're almost done. Like, the ending portal's, like, literally just coming up here soon. Like that, and that. Grab all these along the way. And there we go. That's it for Twilight Harbor. So yeah, that was a very, very quick stage. I think what took me so long the first time was just, again, finding that bridge lever. Now that I know it's there, it was like, whatever, this level's really short. Probably shorter than like a lot of the levels that we've done, like even going back to like the mid-early game. So now that we're done with Twilight Harbor, another door has opened up, and yep, next up we have the big man himself, Gnasty Gnorc. He's next up on the list here. We got the rest of the gems. Still got that one dragon to go, but again, we'll deal with that after the fact. Let's do it, guys. Let's take on Gnasty Gnorc. And put an end to his evil ways. Okay, here we go, everybody. It's time. There's the man himself. He's already ready to start firing a giant blaster at me. Before we do anything, though, we're gonna obviously explore the arena, see what we can find. I think we got everything, so let's go ahead and actually find out what we're supposed to do here. So this battle is interesting. We have to, for a large part of this, we have to chase these thieves around, because these thieves have, I guess, keys or something that we need to use to basically get access to the platform where Gnasty is currently firing at us. So this is basically a, not really a lesson in charging per se, but a comprehensive review of what we've learned in regards to charging at enemies. Now I did get like a semi-tip about like charging, at least for the original Spyro one, that apparently while you're jumping you apparently get a bit of a speed boost. I don't know if that's actually the case in the Reignited trilogy. If it is, like, I personally don't notice it, because I always feel like whenever I've charged it like slows down more than anything. But I don't know, it could be a thing. I'm just not aware of it. I mean, especially since they tried to make, like, the mechanics for all 3 games universal. Because I know that's something they fixed in, like, the original, like, 2 and 3. When 2 and 3 came out, it was just the original Spyro 1 that had that quirk. From what I've been told, anyway. Again, I've never played the original game, so I can't really even speak in terms of that, because I honestly just do not know. Get back here. Ah, dang it. If I pressed the right button at the right time, I would have maybe had that, but... Shoot! Okay, that was close. You really don't even have to worry about Gnasty in that room. you can just kind of like just run through and ignore him. Do I actually use this here? It is. Okay. So now we can actually chase the big guy. Now, of course, along the way, like, we are going to be collecting gems. So that's the one thing, is that if you want to get everything, you might have to take one trip slow, just so you can get a feel for everything and find where everything is. But it's also just kind of good because you kind of can memorize the path and the layout you're taking. There are 500 gems after all. So you can just kind of take this attempt easy and then take him down in the future attempts. We are getting a lot of gems along the path here. Ooh, that was close. That's the part where you can kind of cut a corner a little bit. Get a 25er for doing that. But it's not over. We've got more platforming to do. No! Oh, come on. Seriously? Do we have to do the entire fight over again after that too, or... I think we do, actually. We certainly do. Okay, well. Hold on, guys. Okay, I made it back to this part. Again, I'm really mad that I had to redo this. I'm hoping that doing that will give me a little extra time. And I got him!
You're toast, Gnorc. Sorry I took so long. Almost forgot about you guys.
What about Gnasty Gnorc?
Gnasty Gnorc is toast.
So now there's order again in the Dragon Kingdom?
Well, mostly. I've still got some treasure to find.
What will you do next?
I'd say the sky's the limit.
Okay, well, there we go. That's pretty much Spyro 1. At this point, they actually show the credits for, I believe, the entire trilogy, not just the first game. So I'm going to do what I did with Crash Bandicoot's Insane Trilogy and only show the credits for the last game once we're actually, you know, through with the entire thing. But yeah, what can I say that I haven't said before, especially in the first video of this project? Before this year, I'd never played this game. I haven't played any Spyro game whatsoever, and, you know, this year, with all the crazy stuff that was going on, obviously with the pandemic and everything, you know, I just wanted to kind of, you know, sit back, play something nice and relaxing and chill. And, you know, I had the Spyro Reignited trilogy. I'd had it for, I think, pretty much an entire year by that point, because I bought it close to when it came out for the Switch. So it was a while ago. I've had the game for a while. But, you know, I didn't want to actually get into playing it just yet, because I wanted to finish up what I wanted to do with the Crash remakes before I started working on the Spyro games. And, you know, I did play Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. I was just not really that impressed with it. There were a lot of things that just kind of really bothered me about the game. And as a result, I was really disappointed. And then, you know, I still remember, like, I went online, I started talking to my friend Bowser 2 Queen, Bowser Girl, and she was talking about how she got the Reignited trilogy and how she was playing through it because she loved the Spyro games, like the original games, and wanted to see what the Reignited trilogy was all about. And, you know, that just kind of hit me. I was like, well, you know what? I'm in the mood to try out a new game. I have to play these games eventually if I want to do Let's Plays of them, because I really enjoyed the Insane trilogy. So I figured, you know what, I might enjoy Reignited. It'd be my first foray into the Spyro universe, but, you know, I thought the Insane trilogy did a great job of bringing those games and actually eliminating a lot of the kind of tricky nuances of those games. And I played through Spyro 1, absolutely loved it. Not long after, I played through all of Spyro 2. I fell in love with these games. Like, these games have just been so much fun for me to play, and I really, really enjoy playing them. And honestly, I can say this for certain now, especially after playing through this game again and still having just as much fun as I did the first time. I think I have a new favorite series. Like, I'm being real when I say that. Like, I've absolutely fallen in love with this series. It's been so much fun to play, and I really, really enjoy these games. And the first game in particular, I think has set a real good precedent for just the entire series starting out. I think it's a really fun game. You know, it's not like a lot of other 3D collectathons that you've probably played in the past, like, you know, Banjo-Kazooie, Donkey Kong 64, even like Mario 64 to an extent. But the thing I really, really loved about this game was just kind of the, you know, going to these very beautiful environments, these very beautiful worlds, and just exploring, you know, looking for stuff to collect, trying to fly to higher ledges, or even just trying to figure out how to get to certain places in the world. It just really captivated me as just a general gameplay style, and I absolutely loved it. and I still love it. Like like I said, I've had a lot of fun playing all 3 of these games, and I think the first game was a great way to kind of start out and just kind of show you like what you can expect for this series. And you know, I'm gonna get more into this as we play through the other 2 games. Obviously, like I'm not gonna get into like which game I like more, which game is my favorite of the trilogy, or any of that stuff. Because honestly, like I love all 3 games pretty equally. Like there's something I really enjoy about all 3 games, and you know, any negatives are only like slight negatives. So like it's like splitting the smallest hairs possible. So it's just been so much fun playing these games and experiencing these games for the first time. And I want to thank Toys for Bob for, you know, doing this. Like, obviously Vicarious Visions was kind of the, you know, the main mind behind the Insane trilogy. Then they kind of handed it over to, you know, Toys for Bob for the Spyro remakes, and they're obviously doing the same thing with Crash Bandicoot 4. It's About Time, which is coming out later this year. And I think they've done a great job. Like, obviously these are just remakes, so like a lot of the assets were kind of already there. But they've done a great job with, you know, making this collection, bringing it into the modern day, and just making the game look absolutely stunning and absolutely beautiful. Like, seriously, this is... In recent years, this is probably one of the most beautiful games I've played, like, just artistically and just aesthetically. Like, I love the environments of these games. They're just a blast to explore and go through, and honestly, one of the things I love most about this game is that aspect, because I've always been, like, you know, very, you know, gameplay first, visuals, music, presentation, while still important, not my main want in a good video game. But you know, this is one of those games where, you know, the gameplay's good, and just the atmosphere, the music presentation, graphic presentation, all that stuff just goes above and beyond, and just enhancing and enriching the game in a very meaningful way. And that's why I honestly have just had so much fun playing these games. Like, I can't say that enough. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this first playthrough of the Spyro Reignited trilogy. Like I said, I won't be doing all of the games back to back to back like I've been doing with Shovel Knight. I'm going to be taking probably about maybe a 1-2 month break before I work on Spyro 2. Probably more likely to be 2 or 3 month break, but I will try to get to Spyro 2 before the end of the year, and then Spyro 3 I'll obviously take care of sometime in 2021. But yeah, I look forward to playing more of this. This has been so much fun. This has been a blast to play, and I hope you guys will enjoy not just what's to come with the future Let's Plays of this collection, but I hope you enjoyed this first part. And again, we're not done yet. There's one more video we're going to do. We're going to do one extra video where I'm going to showcase the reward for the skill points. I need to go back to the Gnasty Nexus, or the Gnorc Nexus, to get the last dragon. And there is also a bonus world we have to look at as well, so we'll also do that. So there is one more video, but as far as the main part of the project, it is over. It's been a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed. And, you know, again, I want to give a big shout out and a big thank you to Bowser 2 Queen, Bowser Girl, for, you know, kind of, you know, lending me a hand and getting into this series in the first place. Because even though I had every intention of taking a look at these games, definitely just kind of talking to her about the games before I started playing them, hearing what type of games there were, and, you know, just kind of the fun stuff to expect along the way. That's what kind of influenced me to take that first step, and I'm so glad I did, because, oh my god, these games are so good. And yeah, again, these games have been such a highlight of 2020. A year that's been absolutely insane, and not in a good way at all, with just all the things that have happened. This has been, you know, a breath of fresh air, a light in the darkness for me, and, you know, it's been fun playing these games. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that. I know I've been talking for a really long time, and you guys are probably, like, tired of staring at this still image or whatever. Well, let me just say that you should be glad that I didn't let the credits play, because the credits are still going, and I've already had to touch my control stick, like, twice to get it out of that, you know, whenever the Switch, like, goes in that dim mode, whenever you haven't touched the controller in a while, so... Very long credits, but we'll talk more about those credits when we get to Spyro 3, obviously, and we actually show them, and just kind of relax as we finish up the trilogy when we get to that point. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and stop here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys for the bonus video. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Later, folks.